So I lead up with my Zapdos into his Alakazam is probably able to do a lot of damage here. And we don't know yet which set my Zapdos is, of course. He doesn't know it. So let's see what he goes for. An obvious switch on my part would be the Scizor, but he has a Magnezone in the back, so I don't want to do this yet. He's Focus Sash Future Sight, which is an interesting set. Didn't see it yet before, but Future Sight is a very, very powerful attack. Has actually a base power of 120 and a stab, of course, so I have to watch out for this. Let's see. T-Volt is able to knock him down to a Sash. So yeah, I think I just drop another T-Volt. He switches into Tyranitar, which actually takes quite a lot, 44%, and I get the Parrot, which is very unlucky for him. Judging by this damage, I can tell he's an offensive Tyranitar, because I'm Life Orb Zapdos. T-Volt does around 40%. That's definitely not defensive, so I expect either Choice Band or actually Dragon Dance, but Dragon Dance may have the Lumberries, so I'm predicting Choice Band here. He could Pursuit there as well, but I think I don't really care about this. Just go into my Porygon 2, my physical defensive wall. Stone Edge does 27%. I don't know the calc about that. It might actually not be banded, but scarfed or something, and then the para might have actually mattered a lot. But in that case, I think I can just recover up and see what he's going for. And this Paralyze actually mattered a lot, now thinking about it. I was very lucky there. Yeah, I can just recover up multiple times and get a lot of value out of this. Zam is already down at his Sash, and Tyranitar not looking too great either. So let's see how Sephi51 tries to play around this.
So the real Eldra won.
Alright, he goes into Skarmory. Probably to set up his spikes. But my Porygon 2 knows Discharge, so I'm okay with that. Actually quite a lot of damage, didn't expect that much. And I can just proceed to Discharge, because my opponent doesn't really have a ground type. What I have to keep in mind is the Dragonite always, because Dragon Dance Dragonite is very threatening to my team. So I need to keep my Porygon 2 healthy. He goes into DieSeeKuh on next Discharge, which I don't know about that, but I'll take it. So this DieSeeKuh, it could either be physical defensive and Rest Talk, or it could be Protect Substitute. Those are the most common sets. So we have to scout for this first, and I think yeah, I go into my Scizor. Which gets hit by a Scald. Gets a burn, which doesn't really matter that much, because my Scizor is a defensive spread. So what I'm going to do here is just... I can't say my attacks too early on the stream. Not want to get stream sniped. protect, so it's sub-protect. That's good to know. I just go for the defog. He could always go Magnezone here and trap my Scizor, but I value defogging the spikes a bit more than my Scizor at this point. So yeah, he goes in Magnezone. And the reason I don't value my Scizor that much in this case, because he has to go for the HP Fire, which allows him my Porygon 2, trace the Magnet Pull, and just Wrench kill him. So we basically traded off Scizor versus Magnezone, and I'm totally fine with that. Also, I see we already have our first winners of the off-stream rounds, which are the real Eldra, who beat Castellios, and also Hammam88, who has beaten Reminding. So those already secured themselves 200k and 20 tokens, which is very cool in my opinion. You just have to win once in this tournament and you get a pretty decent prize already. Okay, so what we see is this Magnezone is not choice locked. So I don't know what this set is, but Porygon 2 still has the better matchup versus this Magnezone. Actually just paralyzed me, which is not cool at all, but we'll get around it. And a crit, very unlucky. I can reveal my HP Fire here though. He doesn't have a Scizor in the back, which I need to hide this move from for later, so I can reveal it here. This is actually kind of scary. Yeah, I don't want to waste more recovers, that's why I go into Mamoswine on this turn. It's okay if I don't trap the Magnezone, but I don't want to risk my Porygon 2 getting too low health, so yeah. Also we know now that he isn't Scarfed, so Mamoswine is always a good answer to the Magnezone. And let's see what he does here. He switches into Skarmory. I actually went for the knockoff because it hits almost everything on his team. Crit didn't really matter because I would have been fast and just kill him in the second turn. So yeah, we got rid of the spikes forever now, which is pretty cool. Because looking at his team, Skarmory was probably the only Pokemon who can set up spikes or stealth rocks, so that's pretty decent for me. I still have my Chansey as a Alakazam counter, don't really need Scizor for that, so yeah, Focus Blast does basically nothing because he doesn't have the Life Orb, and I'm just free to set up my rocks here. As the Dragonite comes in. Let's see. I kept Porygon 2 for this, but it's not at full health, so I can't trace the multi-scale. And I just go for the Seismic Toss right away. Just to break its multi-scale for later.
So raffles will be at the end of the stream after all the back. There will also be Alola X giveaways, so stay tuned if you want to be one of the winner. So you gotta stay to the end. It's not now, so there's no point trying now.
So I just sacked my Chansey here in order to burn his Lumberry and to get up my rocks, which I think will come in handy later. I don't know yet though, because this Dragonite looks a bit scary. Might have made a mistake here, but I hopefully can scare it out with the Ice Shot from Mamoswine. So let's see, he's confused though. Extreme Speed shouldn't kill, so yeah. I should be in a fine spot. DieSeeKuh comes in. iShot does nothing. You know it's sub-protect, so... Last move is probably Calm Mind, and we already know Scald, which comes out here. Now I need to make aggressive play into the Breloom because I need to proc his Poison Orb just to counter the DieSeeKuh every time it comes in. And actually I'm in a pretty good spot here. I can most likely claim one Pokemon on his side now. Actually pretty certain I can. But let's take a look. Because DieSeeKuh at +0 cannot even break my sub if I remember correctly. And Seed Bomb should actually does a lot. So let's see what his game plan is now. Probably the Alakazam sack could be a good option because it's at 1% anyway. But I just lost my Chansey, so he might as well keep it. Tyranitar is not a play because I just kill it right away with a Seed Bomb and keep my sub. So I think I'm in a really good spot here. He goes in Magnezone, which is okay for me. It's actually a speed tie between Breloom and Magnezone if he maxed out his speed IVs and his HP Fire. So I don't know if I won this speed tie, but I can just Spore him and actually go for a Seed Bomb here. So yeah, I still have my sub up. Can put asleep one more Pokemon, so actually I'm in a very great spot here. So Dragonite is his next switch in. We already burned the Lumberry, so I can just go for another Spore. Set up my sub once again and maybe get one or two more sleep turns, which would be perfect because we would claim another Pokemon. Yeah, doesn't get the first turn awake, which is great, and oh my god, Focus Punch is actually enough. 45%, that's not too bad. Didn't expect that, to be honest. So, Alakazam is a 1%, Tyranitar is paralyzed, DieSeeKuh cannot touch me. I don't want to judge too fast, but I think this game might be over in my favor. But let's see. We can kill off the Alakazam here pretty easily. Future Sight, okay. So we have to watch out for that. Because if he breaks my sub and then Future Sight, okay, so I just timed out for a second, which actually costed me my Breloom. I really hope this doesn't cost me the match overall, but I think we got this still. And that's very unfortunate. I hope this doesn't happen later on. But yeah, we should have this in the back. Yeah, my internet actually almost screwing me over there.
Yeah, you actually went silent for a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, we still got this game. So I can